Hey guys, this is Jack from FPV Academy in partnership with GetFPV.com. Today we're going to have a closer look at the Tbs micro quadcopter gates. Now, racing your tiny whoop or your micro quad around the house or in really cool public locations which are indoors is a really fun thing to do. The problem though is that sometimes you want to fly through things which aren't there, so you need to kind of make a makeshift gate. There hasn't really been really cool looking gates on the market, and TBS just brought out these really cool LED gates. So let's have a closer look at what you get when you purchase the TBS LED gates. Now, when I open this up, let me just turn this sideways, you will see that there are 4 gates included. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 4 of them. And the really cool thing about them is that they are LED, which I just mentioned, and there are tons of different ways that you can mount these gates wherever you want. Now, the first thing you might want to know is that it is 30.5 centimeters by 42.5 centimeters. So it's fairly big. If I had to put my head in it, this is what it would look like if it was framed. It is about the size of an A3 page, if I would have to guess. Now, with that said though, let's look at everything else that you get with it. I'll just move these batteries out of the way. Then what you get in the bag is a whole bunch of different ways to mount these gates, which is awesome. So this little gate is the clamp mount. And let me show you guys what all you can do with that. So I'm hooking this on here. Really easy to install, and then I can clamp this. If I have a pole, let's say my finger is a pole, boom, I have a gate clamped to my finger, and you can clamp that onto wherever you want. If I want to clamp that onto the table that I'm sitting on here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's been clamped onto the table. I can maybe just flip it around and then the angle would be a bit better, but you get the idea. You can clamp this, there we go, perfect little gate clamped onto my table, and it is solid on there. You can clamp that onto wherever you want. The next mount that you have is the magnet mount. So these are 2 of them actually, and you can see they stick to each other. And you can then clip this onto the gate and then stick this magnet onto whatever metal structure you want to, which is really cool too. The next mount that you have, I told you guys there's a lot of mounts, is, okay, let me just try and get this out of here. The next mount is a very simple one, but a very effective one. It's just a little hook mount. So if you have a place where you want to hang this from, that's clipped on there, and then you can just hook that onto wherever you want. So there are many different ways that you can mount your gate, and that is really cool. Now let's talk a little bit more about the gates themselves. So I'll just leave those 2 there, grab one of these gates, move that to the side, and then let's look at what you can do with these gates. So you get all of these along with it. There's another one here that allows you to power your gate either by direct current or with a 3-cell battery. So you need to use a 3-cell battery. That's one little downfall. Most guys fly 4-cell, so they all have 4-cell. But if you don't have a 3-cell battery, like I said, you can power it with direct current. Now, what you want to do is plug that onto the gate. Just give me 1 second while I do that. We are plugged in, and then you are ready to connect your XC60 battery to the gate. Let's use a 1300 3-cell, and you plug it in, and we have light. So as you guys can see, that is really cool. And now what's even cooler is that you can set the LEDs with this little remote that you get with it. So if we want a red gate, we have a red gate. If we want a light blue gate, we have a light blue gate. Pink gate, maybe an orange one, yellow, okay, that's supposed to be yellow, it says yellow on here. Is that yellow? No, it's also not yellow. Orange, kind of orange, okay, we're getting there. Purple, bluish, another darker blue, and white. So then there's a load of different effects that you can do, such as this, where it changes color, which is quite trippy, really cool too. And then another one, which also changes color in a certain way. There's a whole lot of different effects that you can run these gates on. I don't know if you guys can see all of those. This is a pretty cool one. It stacks up all around. And I think you can change the color for that too. No, you can't. And what's this one? This one is just a rotating color one, faster rotating colors, and even faster pulsing colors. But the point is, there's a whole lot of really cool, I'm getting carried away here. There's a lot of cool different effects for the gates. And if you have all 4 of these, they can all be connected onto the one remote, and you can change all of them however you want. And that's basically it. So you have your gate, one little battery that you can just hang off the side if you want, and then you can connect this gate to wherever you want. And I think I'll put some scenes on screen right now, which you guys can see how this looks in the dark. This is awesome to fly with in the dark, because like it'll just lights up everything really nicely, and there's a perfect hole that you can fly through, and that's really, really fun. So all in all, great gate, really fun to play with, awesome features. You cannot go wrong with getting these gates when you want to have more fun with your tiny whoop. And there are 4 of them in a package, so when you see the price, you might think it's a little bit pricey, but just remember that you get 4 gates. And that's really, really awesome. So these gates are available at the GetFPV.com website. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys do want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm framing myself here again. Could be a nice little photo, I don't know. Maybe not, corny. I'll cut that out.